Queen Danielle. Hey, Queen Mary, what's going on? I ain't see you yet. I'm glad to see you. Queen Erica, what's up? King Eric, what's going on? King Jermaine, how we feeling? Queen Angela, I know it's about 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 6, 5, 7 o'clock. As long as you up, you here with us. Isn't it a blessing? Isn't it a blessing? What's going on, Queen Yolanda? Make sure you driving safe. King Anthony, how the babies? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, y'all? I am so excited. The fact that we have made it a week through. I want to know how y'all feeling with y'all progress thus far, right? Because this is a work in progress. Drop it in the chat. How are you feeling? Give yourself a rating from 1 to 10. I really want to know. Give yourself a rating from 1 to 10. 10, you've been on it. You know what you signed up for. You put yourself in the right place to do the right thing. 1, you're just getting acclimated to the fact that you actually have to change your habits and you haven't and you're ready to do it starting today. What's going on, King Bruce? What's going on, Tracy Bell? I love it. Hey, Queen Dorothy. Hey, what's going on, Deep Breezy? Deep Breezy, what up, though? I need y'all to turn y'all cameras on if y'all can. My Queen Amanda, I be seeing her on all the calls, asking all the questions. I already know how Amanda give it up. Let me see you smile, Amanda. I don't care what time it is, where you at, what you doing. Thank you. Okay. Queen Sheena, what's going on? Grand Rising, everyone. I see a lot of 8, 9s in the chat. 9 because I have passion. Okay, 9. I see a 4. I see a 1. Well, guess what? All these numbers mean your level of discipline. Everybody drop discipline in the chat because your discipline is what is going to allow you to persist. Your discipline is going to allow you to align to your goals because, quite frankly, motivation runs out. And I know we have a leadership program, but the accountability that you have is really up to you. No one else can truly 100% hold you accountable. That comes from you. That comes from your discipline. That comes from how you align yourself and what it is that you need to change. So if you drop anything less than, I'm gonna be gracious. Anything less than a 9, right? We have to tap into the discipline, the sacrifice that comes from it. So shout out to y'all being on this call because this is where it all starts. You wake up, the first thing you do is think. That is the first thing you think, but the first thing you do is think, and that comes from your mind. So knowing that discipline also comes from your mind. Hello, we have to work on the mindset. So I want everybody to drop mindset in the chat because it is important. And we are going to repeat it because it has value. When we do things with repetition, we get stronger, we get wiser, we get just an enormous amount of dopamine in the right area, right? We talk about dopamine because it's true. We are always on our phones. We are always constantly doing something. We want a break. We want a second. We want a breather. But what if we had the dopamine in the discipline? What if we had the dopamine in the right area? What if we had the dopamine on these calls? What if we had the dopamine in your homework? What if we had the dopamine on the actual goals for our success? So I want everybody to come off mute and make some noise because it's time to set that mind. I'm bringing up my brother King Crew, 2 comma crew, 3 comma crew at this point. And I want everybody to come off mute, make some noise for themselves, making it to Friday and just being aligned in the right space because we just getting started.
Let's
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Morning,
go.
let's
Let's
go. Let's
go.
go.
Here we
Good
go.
morning,
Let's go, fam.
stopping it now.
Friday.
Clap it, clap it, clap it, clap it,
We
clap
got
it.
this. We got this. Let's
All
go.
right,
Let's
anyone,
go.
here we go. Stop
Good
it
Let's get it. Let's get it.
morning.
now.
Good morning. Good morning.
Grand Rising Queen,
Good
Good
United
morning.
Rising
Good morning.
Queen.
Good morning.
Feeling
morning.
better.
So let's
Let's
go,
go.
fam. Get the dopamine and the discipline. Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go. Let's
go.
go. Let's go. Let's get this.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Well, so we got this. We go. Let's go.
We ready for you.
Let's get this. Yes.
Get it. Let's
Okay.
get it. Friday.
Yo.
Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right.
All right. Because we got
Angela.
the best of
Pour,
the
pour,
best.
pour.
We get it.
Let's go, coach.
Let's go. Let's go.
Get money Friday.
Discipline. Let's get it. Let's get it. Big discipline. Let's
I
get it.
didn't
Let's
know.
get
I
it.
didn't
Let's
know.
get it.
Uh,
Let's go. Let's go. Ain't no playing. All the way up.
You got this.
Let's go. Yes.
All right. What's
Oh,
going
yes.
on?
Let's
What's going
train.
on?
Let's go. Oh,
What's
yeah.
happening? How we feeling?
Let's
What's
get it
happening?
on.
Get it
Yes.
on. Let's
Good.
go.
Eric,
I think
How they go.
feeling good.
Y'all
Eric,
funny.
you
Got
All
good
right,
good.
all right,
energy.
all
Let's
right.
King, what up,
Go.
what up, what up?
Right. It's
Okay,
all the way up.
okay.
Let's
All
go.
the
Let's
way up.
go. Let's go.
Okay, all right, all right.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
get it. Let's go.
All right. So snap it up, clap it up for you. You are amazing. You are abundant. Thanks for the love. I was waiting for everybody to just stop. So I was like, all right, they keep going. All right, cool. Somebody make me host, please. I want the actual host, not co-host, please. I'm sorry. If you're the host, Ramel, you need to switch out. Give me the co-host King. What's going on, Angela? How we feeling? Put the trophy emoji in the chat. If I call your name out, put the trophy emoji in the chat. You are the MVP. This process doesn't stop. Mary, what's going on? Tracy, how we feeling? Jermaine, front and center. How we feeling? How we feeling? Miss Tanya Davis, McNeil. She put all the names out there, okay? What's going on? Shaloris, how we doing? I see you got the baby with you again. Getting that good information early. I don't know if you understand what's happening, but at least when you hang around people, you get that good vibration. So at least they get the positivity, right? Gilda, what's going on? Jasmine Ruby, thank you. I appreciate you 100% for opening up and pouring that love. Shout out to everybody who was on the prayer call earlier. Listen, this is your opportunity. Tonda, this is your opportunity. Yolanda, this is your opportunity. Denise, this is your opportunity. Rhonda, this is your opportunity. And when I say this is your opportunity, I want you to think about it this way. What you are looking for is disguised by how hard you go after it, by how much you go after it, the intensity that you have behind it. See, now you may think that you want a life of love, you want a life of abundance, but how much do you really want it? How much do you really want it? See, because this journey is simple, but it's tedious. And I know we were listening to the audio and the woman, she had said something. This journey to you becoming the best version of yourself is actually pretty boring. It really is. Yeah, you ever get those family members, the fact they ask you the same thing all the time? They ask you this so much you don't even want to go to the events or just meet up with the family because you know they're gonna ask you, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing?" They ask you the surface level questions that you know you don't feel like answering. Let me know in the chat. Some of you, I know I had a cousin, he hated going to the family functions because he hated that question. Hey, what are you doing? You know, how you feeling? And I think I understand why, because deep down inside, you know when you're underachieving. Am I starting too early? Deep down inside, you know you're underachieving. And you don't want to be faced with the reality that when somebody asks you, how are you doing? You're going to say the same thing. But guess what? It's okay. When people ask me, I'm telling them the truth. The same thing. Hey, I've been doing the same things since 2021. It's just at a different level. So you're going to be doing the same things since you started, but just at a different level. Somebody put different in the chat. One of the underrated skills is availability, but I think the most underrated skill is being able to do something with discipline. Even though I don't want to do it, I still get up and do it. Some of you are doing that right now. Yeah, I don't really want to get on this call, but I think I kind of want that gift that they're going to give us at the end of this. So I want to make all the calls. But I don't want money to motivate you. I don't want those opportunities to motivate you. But if you have to look at it that way in order to get you to do the thing, hey, as long as you get the thing, right? As long as you get the thing. So once again, Mental Health Awareness Month, all the month of May, Mental Health Awareness Month. Let me ask you a question. Since we did the guided meditations, how many times have you done the guided meditation on your own? Okay, 0. Somebody says 7, 5. Please, I always recommend do not make up stuff because you think somebody else wants to hear it. And the reason why I say these things is because you create habits. And the one habit that a lot of us have is we like to please others. We like to please others. So don't please me. Only person, or well, you should be only pleasing God. Okay, that's it. Well, and if you got a partner, make sure you please your partner, okay? Because they end up leaving you if you don't please. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying to you is, be honest about where you are so you can get to where you want to be. If you were shown that guided meditation was a good way of breaking through somehow, some way to you, then why stop doing it? So let me ask you a question. The same people who put the answers in the chat, go ahead. This is your time to put the answer in the chat again. Did the guided meditation do anything for you? And don't say yes for me, because I sometimes I look around while I'm doing a guided meditation and I see you not even paying attention. You're doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and you might even log out. So don't look to appease me, because it's not. I'm not getting appeased by your answer. But if the guided meditation did something for you, and then you didn't duplicate the guided meditation and do it yourself, or ask for another one, or go online and search for one, I want you to think, are you really maximizing your opportunities? Are you really being the best of the best? Are you really seeing what's workable and getting rid of the things that aren't workable? So if you put a 0 in the chat and this was actually beneficial to you, I want you to raise your hand really fast, and I want to know why you didn't continue that. I really would love to know, because for me, the moment that I learned about guided meditation, never stopped doing it, to the point that now I'm a person that does guided meditations and get paid to do guided meditations. And I want you to think about that. It started out as a participant, and now I'm the one creating the program. Raise your virtual hand. I want to know, Jasmine, are you helping out with the hands?
Always King. Always
All
King.
right. Shout out to you.
Let's get it. We have King James.
You're
Ear,
good.
ear in the chat. Give me, if you're from New York, put the ear. What up?
Here.
What's going on?
Yeah. So I actually thought about this too, and I was like, well, what is the reason why I haven't continued to do the thing? And to be honest, it inside of my head, it wasn't like high priority, because as you know, the things just happened for the people who was in the challenge and stuff like that. They knew the things that was going on with my grandma and them. So I went into like overdrive. I'm just like working, just like nonstop, just work, work, work. I even got my schedule inside of the chat. Um, I ain't. It's not like I've been watching TV and nothing like that. Like literally on the side of my bed over here, it's a bunch of books. So I will say that it did open up the door for me reading again, but it's unusual for me. Like it's still not really in the normal habits to do like got it. That's not a thing that comes to mind for me to do. So to me, I believe that's the reason why I haven't really continued to do it, because it's not like a second nature thing. It takes conscious thought for me to actually be able to do that. And for a long time, I didn't think that the meditation stuff actually did anything. I don't know how to sit still and quiet my mind. I don't. That's not a normal thing for me, and I don't necessarily know how to change it yet.
Okay. Those are all good points. Good points. I just want to ask a question.
Mhm.
If you were able to sit still and quiet your mind, would that improve your life in any type of way?
I believe it will.
Well, I want to think about it this way. The first day you go to the gym, well, in fact, let's just walk you through it.
Mm.
You work out a little bit, right? So what's the heaviest that you lift?
Heaviest I lift was probably like 350.
Okay. Do you remember the first time you were lifting and how much weight was on that the first time?
Oh yeah, it's like 90 pounds,
90 pounds. Was it heavy? Were you struggling a little bit?
a little bit.
Okay. Did you stop, or did you
No,
increase that?
increased.
Did you know what effects would happen for you if you did actually continue to push through? Or did you find out later on the effects that it had by you increasing the weight and getting better with working out?
Oh, I found out like later. I was just kind of doing it just to do it, because it's just working out with sports and stuff like that. And then later on, you figure out all the compound benefits.
Okay. So guided meditations is sort of like working out, and the mind is the muscle. And the mind is controlling your life. You don't have time to work on the muscle that's controlling your life.
Mm. Just not
No,
it just not
don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
okay.
If your mind is what's creating your life, guided meditation helps reveal to you the things that's happening in your life and gives you downloads. That would be a good thing to continue a practice at, because if you can't stay still, there's a reason why you can't stay still. And part of that is your power of your mind. So you mean to tell me the same mind that's manifesting what you want in your life doesn't have the power to keep you still?
Mm. No,
Hopefully, if everyone's not getting lost on this. Let's let Tracy in the room, please. Hopefully, we're not getting lost on this. But listen to what I'm saying. And some, like we always say, some things can't be taught; it has to be caught. Please catch what I'm saying to you right now. If you are manifesting and you are creating a life that you want to create by the mind, because that is the only way that you can operate. If you lose your mind, you cannot control your body or control anything else in your life.
facts.
You mean to tell me that if you can't sit still, do you think that you're going to make $1 million? If the same mind is the one that's manifesting your life that says, I'm going to go out here and create $1 million, but you can't sit still and use that same mind to make you sit still, do you believe that you're going to manifest $1 million? In your mind, you're going to say yes, right? Be honest about it. You're still going to say yes, right? I do believe I
That,
can manifest $1 million.
my honest answer is I don't know because I've never made $1 million, so I wouldn't have the answer.
Okay. Everybody else answer in the chat. Let me follow the chat. Let me make sure the chat is up. I need to follow the chat because sometimes team be texting me. Look, don't text me on my phone because I'm on a call right now. But text me over here, so I look at the chat. But I want you to think about that. I really want everyone to think about that, because if everything is created from the mind, but you're not spending time practicing creating in the mind, chances are what you think that you're going to create is going to take a lot longer for you to create, because you don't have the practice and the mental strength and the mental muscle to will it into existence faster.
Okay, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it was a saying I heard a while back. It said if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. And you're saying to practice visioneering, where you're constantly putting the vision in front of you to make it closer and not seem so further away, which makes it easier to achieve because you become more clear in what the goal is by visualizing it and actually putting like the action towards it. Is that
Right? And do you know why that works though? But do you understand the principle behind that? We
nope.
answered it already though, because everything is created in your mind. So if you're an artist
Hmm.
and this is your first time drawing, in your mind you're going to be looking to figure out, okay, how could I draw, how could I make this shape look, and you're erasing a lot, and then you start drawing again and erase a lot. But if I've done this same painting 100 times, it's going to look so easy to me now after my 101 attempt, right, where I can know the shapes and things. I want you to think about it in a more symptomatic version. When you first started driving your vehicle, it wasn't as easy for you to navigate the road and make the turns and do things. You were really looking at all of your options, making sure you double check and do all of these steps, to where now it's just second nature now. And you're just a good driver now at this point, right? But isn't it funny that the very thing that controls everything we don't work on? It's pretty amazing to me. So this is not against you, James. You're really doing yourself a favor by doing this, because people are seeing your vulnerability, is seeing who you are. All it's doing is making you a better character individual. People are going to gravitate more to you because you're the one that's being what we call a leader. Now, what I want you to think about is this. You're in bed. I don't know. You could have been up all night, whatever the case may be. You could be doing a whole bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, you could be tired. You could probably, just be exhausted. Would this moment be beneficial to you more lying down or you being up, showered, ready to go, and up here and focus? Just simple question with a simple answer.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like if I was like all the way up and things like that, I ain't gonna lie. I literally was just waking up. I ain't gonna, yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
agree
like
with
I
you
like
100%.
this.
100%.
So in real time, can we teach in real time? Can we coach in real time? This goes for everybody.
All right, I already get where you're going with this. Let me go ahead and get up, bruh. Let me go ahead and
Look,
get
you
up.
don't even have to get up. The point is, I don't want you all to move based upon me because you won't have me in your life every day. I want you to discover it because when you discover it, it becomes part of you. Like, this is why these people who thought they discovered America is part of them. Yeah, yeah, go back to your country. And it's like, wait, hold on, bro. Like, this don't even belong to you. Like, because when you discover something, you get to keep it. So, the same mind that's manifesting the $1 million, you don't think that you would do what you're doing right now in business somewhere? You don't think that you would think that it's okay to lie down on a meeting that's very important for your life? Chances are you talk to a broker, you might let certain things slide. Yeah, yeah. I see. They talk about the occupancy, but is it economic occupancy? Like, and you might not even care about it. No, just occupy. So now you collect you get the property, and then you realize, damn, I don't even have people to fill this space in. All because of one habit leads to another habit. It is just a habit because the way you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So give me your perspective on that. Give me your
On the,
perspective on what like the practicing on the mind right now.
I believe that practicing on the mind is it's an important thing. It just uh meditation has never really been a normal way for me to, well, I guess the form of meditation that you have showed us has never been a normal way for me. One thing that I used to do often that I haven't really done in a while was every Sunday I would go and I'll go visit like $1 million mansions and I'll go out there and test drive cars that I wanted to be in. And that kept me close to the vision. I haven't done it in quite some time, but that was something I used to do every Sunday, every week for like years on end. And that was how I stayed like close to the vision because like I said, the meditation thing was just never a normal or I just didn't even think of doing that type of a thing. So I'm still learning it. I'm still learning for certain things to become normal. Yeah, that's
Okay,
the thing.
I got you. So I don't want this to be focused on the meditation. I want this to be focused on the habits and the principles and the actions that we take. Because what I'm demonstrating to you right now, and I told y'all this before, anybody who is successful does this because your mind is creating your reality. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, that's the purpose of your mind to create your reality. This is why when people use their imagination for bad, they get what we call anxiety or they get depression. So for you, I'm demonstrating to you all that the answers could be right in your face and you will ignore it because it's not familiar. The answers of what you want and the roadmap to show you, you won't be ready to receive because you're not ready to receive. You get what I'm saying? So, like, there's no true difference between your higher self right now and your current self right now. There's no true difference. Like, literally, right here in this moment, you could be your higher self right here, right now. And it's happening, right? You say, you know what, let me get up. But your higher self did that. Your lower self laid you down. I want you to realize this. This is the difference between you getting to where you want to be fast and you getting to where you want to be slow.
Mhm.
It's all choices. And as you go along, we must be aware to look at the notifications and see what's coming into our lives to keep the workable Eliminate the non-workable. So renovate, innovate, collaborate should be on our minds throughout this whole time. I got to put it on the screen. Renovate, innovate, collaborate should be on our minds the entire time. And once again, the reason why I'm showing you all this because this stuff is going over our heads, right? It's something that's just going over our heads. So in the future, as you start to collect things that's workable and you see things that work in your life, you must expound upon it because there's a reason why it came into your life. You was ready to receive it. Now, if you don't continue doing or continue practicing it, you might not continue with it, right? This is basically the same thought of if you have skills and if you don't use it, you lose it. All right.
Yeah.
So I want you to be aware that the mind is the greatest tool that you should be working on because it's dictating what you are doing. The fact that you're lying in bed, you want to say something? Is that your hand? Yeah, go ahead.
So I want to say I appreciate you for this because it's tying back to things that you had said before. So I keep all the notes from all the challenges and everything like that inside of the book. And it reminds me of when you was talking about like the four levels of value and how the highest one was imagination, and imagination is in the mind. So you just brought to my attention, like I'm connecting the dots now, where it's like the the working on the mind is working the imagination, which is the highest level of value. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, 100%. I want you to stay with that thought because you reverted back to the doing part, right? Like you reverted back to what was familiar to you, and you was like, I'm just implementing. That's all I'm doing. I'm going around implementing. But we already told you that the implementation stage is the lowest level of value. So you're spending your time implementing, 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 implementing. Okay, are you working on your imagination, the one that's controlling everything? And that is what I'm getting at with this whole exercise. And I love that we're doing it in real time and having you have a breakthrough in real time because we're focused on the things that do not move the needle more than we are focused on the things that does move the needle. Clear?
Yes.
So as we
Awesome.
let you go, last thing, give us your final thoughts on what we just did today and the work that you do because this is real-time coaching. But I don't tell you straight up. We walk through it and you get to discover it. But let us know what you got from this so far.
I got that you need mentors tell you what you need to do because sometimes your brain ain't gonna help you out. That's my immediate thought. Is that you have to have sometimes the people who know the path when you don't know the path because your best thinking has gotten you to where you are. And if you're not where you want to be, sometimes you need your guidance. And also, you've given us the frameworks. It just you got to pay attention to the frameworks and really actually implement on the things. And I think that a lot more times we got to be reminded more than we have to be taught because you've already, like you just said, you just went through the four levels of value again. And how Ramel has been saying the whole time, some things have to be caught, it's not taught. So being able to really not just be into the fire, but be into your mind is what I'm learning. Like you have to really collect things, develop them, and like move forward in your mind as well. Because a lot of times I'm moving forward with my body. I got this list of things to knock off. I'm like, boom, my whiteboard almost cleared out with all the things that I had to do. But it's the same thing. It's just greasing the wheel and just rolling, rolling, rolling. But as if I was really using my full mind and imagination, instead of me doing it, it's even the books that y'all had talked about, the who knows how. I'll be thinking about like who I can put in these places to do the implementation versus me doing the thing. But it just I haven't taken the time to sit and actually just think of how could this be improved more effective in less time. The whole book you've been reading, like, everything is like clicking back together. Um, so yeah, I'll start rambling if I keep going, but that's what I've gotten from
Okay.
it.
Great stuff. Everybody send some love in the chat. Once again, when you show up, I promise, James, like it may seem like to some people that it's me picking on you, but it's really not. It's me picking you up. And by me picking you up, by you actually putting yourself out there, you look better. Like I'm telling you right now, like you were so vulnerable, it doesn't look wrong to anybody. It looks like, wow, he's amazing because I don't know if I could have done what he did. And I know it's so simple, you just got out the bed, but it's bigger than that.
Mhm.
It's bigger than that. So everybody send some love in the chat if you haven't already. Good job. Let's go to the next person.
We
Jasmine.
have Queen K Show. I believe it's K Show.
It's case 0368338
Right.
I
Bell.
don't know what happened to that. You know, I'll figure it out after this class. Good morning, everybody.
What's up? So wait, I forgot the question again. What was the question? Y'all remind me of the question? Why are you up here, K Show? Why do you come? Why did you raise your hand?
Oh, because you said if your number is low, then why you raise your hand?
Wait, I
So
said
I raise,
what?
if we had a low number, why do we raise our hand? I mean,
Okay.
to raise our hand.
All right, good, good. So tell us, like, did you do the meditation? Why not?
So I don't do the meditation because the way my life is set up is before I wake up, my phone is ringing. Somebody is saying I need this. So it doesn't give me opportunity to get myself together sometimes.
Wait. I want you to. How explicit can we be with you right now?
Very.
Okay. Listen to what you're saying. You said it doesn't give you the opportunity to be yourself. What is the it part? What doesn't give you the opportunity to be your full self?
Yes. So my phone is ringing. I have clients calling early in the morning and they're not supposed to be calling. Like my phone is messed up, but I just don't take the time for me in the morning. Every time I'm gonna start taking the time for me, then something will happen. Because I like to pray in the morning and have praise and worship in the morning. So that's kind of like my thing. But sometimes it doesn't happen because the world is already knocking at the door.
Okay. You said I could be explicit.
Yes.
So I will be. You are in control of your life. You know that you can. First of all, do you sleep with your phone next to you? Because it sounds like you do.
No, and there's actually some issues with my phone. I got a brand new phone and it's backwards. So it puts do not disturb during the daytime. So I can't get any messages during the day, but at
Oh,
night, and I don't know what happened. I went to Apple and they still haven't fixed it, so I gotta go back again to them.
yeah, that sounds like a malfunction because
Mhm.
that's not typical. It definitely sounds like a malfunction. It's probably hardware damage. So, well, software damage for sure, but probably something in the hardware that's off with it. So, yeah, definitely take it back. So, I want you to think about this. I want you to take back your life as well. Your language, and this goes for a lot of people. I'm sorry, some of you are not going to like what I'm saying. I am not here for you to like me. I am here to help you. Now, a lot of times, what is going to help you, you might not like doing. Like, let's just be real here. You might not want to eat the vegetables, but the vegetables will help you. You might want to eat the fried food. The fried food will not help you. It will in a moment because it feel good and you eat it, then you get the itis and your body's telling you stop eating it. Put you to sleep, put you in a little coma. So I want you to think about your language. Your language is external based. Everything you said was based upon somebody else controlling you like a puppet. Yeah, my clients call me. I got to get up and go listen to my clients. They shouldn't even be calling me. You're saying, what else? What else is going on? Okay, my phone going off. I don't know how to. All right. Now, okay, you got to control your life because if you don't control it, it will control you. It's a cell phone. It's either going to be part of your everyday makeup or it's going to be imprisoning you, right? Like you're going to be in prison with it. It's a cell phone. You choose. So, what I want you to do at this moment is think that if you could do guided meditation in the AM before you do anything, how that will help you segment intent for the entire day. And then you can go and have a beautiful day and control it better. So, we're going to do a guided meditation today in about 5 minutes or so. But I like the fact that you're being vulnerable and transparent and being honest about where you're at. But I want to ask you this. If guided, do you think guided meditation helps you? Or do you
Yes.
think meditation helps you in general?
I used to before, yes.
So why not make it consistent?
I just don't. There's no
Okay.
excuses.
Okay. So just going forward, I want you to put that into your repertoire. When you wake up, this goes for everybody. If you want this, if you want to have a good day, when you wake up, don't touch your phone. Especially don't go on social media because remember, your mind can only handle so many impressions throughout the day. And if you feed your mind at the theta state when you wake up, you don't want to feed your mind like things that are not really useful to you because what it trains you to do is to make your day less useful. It's just automatic. Let me know if you've done this experience where you have taken a call in the AM, and then it kind of just transcended your whole day into this one space of not really working out to the best. You're kind of thinking of it the whole day, or it's just giving you a feeling that it's less optimal than success. Let me know in the chat. And let me know also if you have gotten a phone call and it made your day brighten and it allows you to do a bunch of other stuff. But for you, Kashel, I want you to think this. If I was able to plan my day accordingly in my mind and be able to um, choose which route I want to go to, what would I do? And I just want you to sit there and think about that. Like, how would you create your day? And in your mind, start practicing that, because if you're not building on your mind, you're kind of wasting your time, because you're going to keep finding yourself doing the same things over and over, or find yourself being stressed out, or, find yourself with company that is not the company you want to keep. All right. So that just goes for everybody. Send some love in the chat if you have it for K Shell. Good job. Thank you for coming up and being vulnerable and transparent. Let's go to the next person.
Queen Shalores. Come through, Queen Shalores.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. So for me, actually, with that motivational message that you played about boredom, the issues with boredom, that's me. I've probably never kept a job longer than a year, until I joined the military. Same with relationships. So I'm really quick to drop something, pick something up. I know a lot about a lot of things. I know meditation is wonderful, mewing, reading. So it's just hard for me to stay consistent, even though I know it's something I want to do.
Okay. What's the hard part?
So I generally, when I did wake up, it's not, I mean, before I started these programs, I was really wasting a lot of time just watching TV. So getting back in the habit of self-care, and I don't have a good imagination. So it's just hard to sit down and do anything like quiet and comfortable. I'm the one that's always running around. People tell me to sit down and take a break.
Okay. All right. So a quick hack. I know everybody loves hacks. Me and Jamel, we're not the hack boys. We don't really care about the hacks. But you can do thinkitation, and you do this naturally. You ever brush your teeth and you're starting to think about a bunch of things? You ever drive and then something happens on the road and makes you wait, you get focused, but where were you those 10 minutes? Like you're driving, but were you the one driving, or was your subconscious driving? So
Yeah.
I would love for everyone to realize that if you don't do guided meditation as entrepreneurs and business owners, it's called creative visualization. And whether you know the term or not, you do it because it's natural to a human to do it, because this is how you create your reality. You may do it in small segments right before things happen, and you go, "Oh, I knew that was going to happen." Yeah, because you thought about it. And it doesn't work this way solely. It's not that if I just think about me getting $1 million going to pop up. But James said something that was very crucial and that everyone can start to use too. You are living in an era where you can test almost anything in your life. You
Mhm.
could go and rent that car for a day. You could go right on Toro and get that car that you want. Like, I always thought I wanted the G Wagon. Me and my brothers, we all got on a yacht in Manhattan. I mean, not Manhattan. We was in Miami, and I'm driving a G wagon to the yacht, and I'm like, I'm losing this. This don't even feel good. Like, I don't feel secure with this steering. Like, I'm glad I got the chance to drive it, because it looked good on the outside, but what's happening on the inside? And that's what we're all dealing with. A lot of you are looking good on the outside, but what's happening on the inside? You go get your hair done, you go get your nails done, you got your makeup done. You take time to do that. You take time to put your clothes on. You take time to put your kids in the shower. You take time to do
Mhm.
everything externally. But the one thing we love to lack and push behind is that internal work. Why? When it's the thing that's controlling everything. So I want you to think about it. If you feel like you don't have time to do it and you don't have control to sit down, wouldn't that make you want to do it even more? For James, right? We talk about lifting weights. I'm quite sure this was the same reality for him, just like for me. When you're lifting them weights and it's like, damn, I'm only lifting 90 and I really can't push past this, you kind of feel like I'm a little behind. Maybe I should work harder. So if you don't feel that way to yourself mentally, no one else can do it for you. So I really want to put it in Front Street and let everybody know, as much as you're working on the course, as much as you're working on your strategic partner, as much as you're working on your credit, those things are external. What about the internal credit? What about the times that you said that you was gonna pay yourself back and you didn't? What about the times where you said you lent yourself time? You said, you know what, I'm gonna go out and hang out with the friends, but guess what? I'll do this work later, and you didn't do the work. What about the times where you lied to yourself, but you're so worried about everybody else lying to you, you forget that you lied to yourself the most? And this is not coming at Shaloris. I'm just speaking because we're all
Mhm.
going through these things. But there's a reason why you keep experiencing the same things, and it's because we're not working on the mental to move us past that step. Let's work on the mental. Like, since when did we leave that out? You know, since we get busy with jobs and everything. But for you, Shaloris, the same thing. The same thing. When you wake up in the AM, first thing you need to do, first 5 minutes, don't touch your phone. Don't look at your partner. I don't care about the babies right now. They all have to just relax. And you need to sit there and think about what your day is going to look like today. If you do that, you will most likely do what you set out to do. If you don't do that, your day will be most likely sporadic, and you can still get a lot of stuff done, but you might not feel like you're moving in the direction that you want. And this is the last thing before I move, Shaloris.
Okay.
Do you do you feel sometimes that you're doing a lot, but you're not moving forward?
Oh, all the time.
All right, put Yana in the chat if you relate. So that's one of the reasons why you might not be able to recognize that is because you haven't sat down to just breathe and go, okay, I'm improving a little bit. I like where this is going. Instead, you're just constantly motion, motion, motion. Especially being a mom, you already know. You're a mom, you got this to do, you got that to do, you got this to do. They calling you here, they calling you over here. You barely get minutes to yourself. And I broke this down on the whiteboard, and I said, typically we got 20% of time, but if you have a significant other, you got to slash that in half, you only get 10%. If you have children, you got to slash that in half, you only get 5%. How
Yep.
much time do you really have to yourself?
Mine 9 to 12 a.m.
You got from 9 a.m. to 12 to
9
yourself?
p 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. That's my time.
You got 9 p.m. to 12 to yourself. Once you put the kids down, that's your own
Yep.
time.
That's it.
And then you got class 2 days out that week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to do meditation. I'm telling you, it ain't even up for discussion for you. It's not even up for discussion because meditation is going to put you in that quantum space, and that is going to allow you to get more things coming to you faster. That's where you start creating that velocity. That's why it's called quantum leaping, right? You start creating
Yeah.
that velocity, that jump will happen from where you're at right now to where you want to be quicker than you ever could imagine, as long as you start imagining.
Yeah, I've
Okay?
been there actually. So I think I'm looking for that again. And my question is, I think because I want to set it up to where meditation happens first thing, and if it doesn't, it's kind of like a loss. And then it's just like, oh, whatever, I'll try again tomorrow, I'll try again tomorrow. So would you suggest if I didn't, I mean, just saying, if I didn't, if I did it at a time maybe when everyone's taking a nap or something like that, would I still get some benefit?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to always do it in the beginning. It's just that when you wake up in the morning, you're in this stage of theta. This is like one of the
Yeah,
most
I
powerful,
understand.
right? So it's one of
I
the most
know.
powerful states of mind. So this is your power time to manifest. This is why like high level entrepreneurs wake up at 5 o'clock and start getting to work because this is the highest point of your day, the highest
Hmm.
point. So if your highest point of your day and you're spending it on other people, chances are you're not going to be able to perform for yourself. So
True.
but you have thinkitation. Okay, thinkitation. Thinkitation is when you could literally be doing other things, but you're thinking about it. You naturally do this. Everybody naturally does this already. But if you apply it intentionally, it works out in your favor. So you could do it for 2 minutes, you could do it for 3 minutes, but what we like to call it is segment intending. So, okay, cool. Let's say it's in the middle of the day, everybody taking a nap. All right, now you get yourself together, you chill for a second, you're breathing, you get centered, and you say, okay, what must I do once they wake up? I need to make sure this is in place. I need to make sure that is in place, and then therefore to give me a good springboard to have a good outlook. Once you do that, it's so simple, so easy. Your days are gonna go by so fluently, and no one could bother you. You be unfazed.
Mhm.
Okay, so just sending that message to
I'm
you.
already feeling like calmer. Just hearing that. So I'm gonna do that today. It's
And
already late, but I'm gonna still do it.
hey, do it. And this goes for everybody. You should be doing it now. And I'm gonna do it in 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes.
Okay.
But let's continue to go with the hands. Takia,
Absolutely.
right? Takia, my bad. You
Yes,
got the
yes.
order. You got the
You're
order.
good. You're good. And you're not late, Queen. You're right on time. Let's get it.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
Listen,
doing well.
I'm trying to incorporate meditation into my daily routine. I work from home 4 days out the week, so I'm learning to prioritize my time a little better, Like I'm sitting at my desk now, I have two computers, one for the mogul stuff and one for my primary job. And meditation, I think, is going to come in at my lunch break where I just shut everything down, put out of office on, and go somewhere and sit and get away from this screen. But sometimes I feel like if I have an hour for lunch, I need to be doing some replays or doing something pertaining to the goal of where I'm trying to get to. And that's kind of where I'm struggling with. I'm burning my eyes out because I'm on the computer from 7 a.m. to sometimes 10 at night, 11 at night, just trying to suck up all this information, and I think I gotta step back so I don't burn myself out. But at the same time, I want to try to stay on top of it to try to get there quicker. It's just like a double-edged sword.
Okay, I get you. But that's why we're having this discussion. I know, like, what most people who are on this call are probably like, what does this have to do with making money? It has everything to do with it. Because if you burn out, how could you actually be in position to do the things that get you to the bag? The meditation recharges you.
Right.
So when you think in terms of burnout, what I would love for you to do is make it mandatory that you actually do creative visualization or some guided meditation or just meditation breathing, like we call it breath work. And if you can just choose one of these factors, you this would elevate your life. Whether it's a segment intending, it could take 2 minutes. Whether it's a thinkitation while you're doing something else, you're kind of getting that visualization, or you do the guided meditations. Either one of those will help you. But if you are looking to avoid the burnout, you must go internally and breathe and visualize everything because your mind is creating the reality.
Mhm.
So you cannot escape this. Most people who don't, I'm telling you right now, literally the people who are rich, people who make money, they visualize this on a daily basis. And you can hear it in their thank you speeches. Yeah, for years, this was on my mind. And, I thank God because when no one was watching, I was doing it. Like, yes, this is true. It doesn't matter if it's the rapper that's a Joe Schmo off the block. That person visualized it. He was like, yeah, yeah, I'm going to be this. And it worked because that's how your life works. That's how life works. You visualize what you get. That's just it. It's nothing else to that part. So if you're not spending time visualizing, you're just getting a bunch of random stuff in your life. Make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why when people say I work from home, I still shower, get up, get dressed, the same as if I was leaving out the house. I mean, I don't be formally dressed, but some people could lay in bed in their robe and be like working from home. My mindset is not there because I'll be sleepy.
Right,
So
right, right.
straight
So
being at the computer, now I just got to put the meditation at lunchtime into play and come back and be refocused, re-energized after that hour to get back into it.
right. And remember, you don't have to be full on out, like laid out, stretched out somewhere. You could choose one of those factors, right? With thinkitation, the creative visualization, whatever it is that you want, you could choose. The segment intending will always work for everybody because you're taking that little moment to go, okay, what am I going to do next? Versus just reacting to all stimuli. Okay, this is very important. Great job, Kia. Everybody send some love in the chat. Send some love in the chat. What's up? Who we have, Jazz?
Queen Deirdre. Hit that unmute button, Queen.
Hey, good morning.
Stuff you first. I mean, I think yesterday didn't you have like a virtual background yesterday? You was where were you yesterday? You was on the beach or something, and now you up
Yeah.
high on the mountains.
Right.
Okay, traveling the world. Okay.
Oh, wow, you noticed. So when James was speaking about the four levels of value, I felt like that was something that maybe I had missed in previous sessions, and I just wanted like a quick recap so I can just jot down one, two, three, four. I think you were saying the lowest, which is number four, was doing.
Right.
So
So that's not a 1, 2, 3 thing. This week it wasn't about getting on the whiteboard or teaching. This was more about just reminding us on certain things. Next week will be more about that. But if somebody can help in
mhm,
the chat, go ahead, put it in the chat. The
okay.
lowest level of value is implementation. Highest level of value is imagination. Imagination is the one that creates the thing. The person that creates the thing gets paid the most money and has the most impact. Now, there's four ways to help people. These are also four ways to help people. These are also four skill sets. And these are also four steps. So either way you look at it, these are things that you can continuously look at. But once again, in a quick breakdown, you're not going to get much. But the level that is under imagination is communication. That person communicates the idea, communicates the vision. Now you can get paid for that. You can get a lot of money, but you make probably a little bit less than the person who created the idea. But you still have what we will call time freedom. You still get paid a lot, have time freedom. Now, the person that's under that would be the person that manages the thing, manages the idea. That's the a unifier. And the unifier, they might make a little bit more money than an implementer, but the thing that holds them back is that they're still bound by time. So you make $100,000 at your job is making it known that they own you. You have to answer calls, and then, even when you're not at the office, they still texting you and messaging you, and you're working even when you're not working, right? So not supposed to be working. So that's that thing. And then the implementator is the one that carries out the duties. Usually the person that feels overworked and underpaid because they're doing the most work but getting the least amount of benefit. They still are slave to the time and they don't get a lot of money. Think this way. The easy way to think about this is the person who created Uber and the person who drives Uber. Two different things. Person who created Uber and the person who does Uber Eats deliveries. Two different things. Right? Yeah, they still all work with Uber, but two different levels, right? In the industry.
I
So
remember that example. Okay, I
I will
remember.
go
It's coming
over
back to
that.
me.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
I said, yeah, I remember that example about the Uber. It's coming back to me. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, so I'll go over that next week. It won't be this week. I'll go over that next week, and we'll start to brand. So next week we'll start branding you. You got to start bringing out your brands, and thinking
Okay.
about your color schemes and all that good stuff. But right now is just let's get focused on what we should be doing, and just handling your tasks. Did you have a question or did you have a concern or anything before we go to stuff?
No, no, I'm looking forward to the meditation. It's helped me in the past and looking forward to it now.
Right,
Mhm.
absolutely. Everybody send some love in the chat. Good stuff, D. We got Steph, right, Jazz?
Yes, King Steven. Is it Steph or Steven?
It's Steve, but anyway, it's Steve.
I just wanted to be correct, you know?
Technically, Jazz, you're correct. That's how my father wanted to be pronounced, but I
Mhm.
prefer Stephen, which is why I go with Steve. So I don't, say anything to anybody, if they say it one way or the other.
Because that's a Caribbean way to spell Steven. So I'm like, that I ain't never. Okay,
Yeah,
we gonna get it together. Whatever you like to be called, King.
no worries. Great morning, everybody. Sean, I wanted to share two things. It's incredible that you're on this topic today because I do some things spiritually each morning. There's a very long prayer that I say that covers a lot of topics. And then I follow Joel Osteen. I find him very inspirational, and he has a book with daily passages in it. And today is about raising your self image, and there's a paragraph in here. I'll just read it real quick that's talking about what you're talking about. If you choose to agree with God and His Word, if you'll choose to focus on the fact that you can do all things through Christ and that you're more than a conqueror, then your faith is going to cause God to show up and work supernaturally in your life.
Your faith will help you go to new levels of victory, and soon you will rise to be the champion God has called you to be. And I want to focus on the point about God working supernaturally in your life. The past 3 nights, I've woken up at least 2 or 3 times and was up for at least half an hour or more, just visualizing, creative visualizing. God was putting it on me whether I wanted to or not. I've been working 6:30 to 12:30 every day, getting about 4 or 5 hours of sleep each night. So I do this, and a lot of times God forces me to do it. And I also find myself, if I'm driving somewhere, doing what you were saying too, just kind of zoning out, thinking about things. So the power of what you're talking about, Sean, I don't know that I have the words for it, but I'm with you 2000%. He's helping me see so many things right now, and I've gotten so more focused on the excuse me, not the MWAs, the minimum wage activities, but the RGAs and the RPAs. I've got 4 LLCs set up now. I've got structure the way I like it, working on all 4 of the companies. The companies are symbiotic, and I'm getting there. I ain't there, but I'm getting there.
He's moving. He's moving. Send some love in the chat. Send some love in the chat. Great stuff. And you brought me to something so present, right, about prayer, because a lot of people, they use creative visualization when their backs are against the wall, like when they're in desperate situations, when they need to get out of the situation that they're in. Then that's when they will go to creative visualization and meditation in a form of prayer. Let me know if it makes sense. Put a one in the chat if that was you. Like when things go wrong and things it's like, oh man, I need a solution. I gotta pray to God. Now you're visualizing everything. Now you're sitting there doing the meditations. Don't wait until it's too late. Because sometimes it's too late, it's just too damn late. That's just it. Okay? We don't want that happening. Great job, Stephen. Great job. We appreciate
Thank
you
you.
100%. And I guess you got to say it now with the island accent, Jasmine. Stephen. Stephen.
You got
So
it, Krusty.
let's go into this guided meditation really fast. We got about 5 minutes to do it. Right now, let's go and get the music, because what I realize is when I have the headset in, you all don't hear the music. I don't understand why that is. I need to speak to Zoom, or when I just do the guided meditation, check out the headset. But the music is paramount to this. Oh, right. So at this time, I would encourage everyone to feel released from any duty that you're doing and just breathe. I would love for you to inhale deeply until your lungs are at capacity. Slowly release. Let's do it again. If you can inhale deeply until your lungs are at capacity. And I want you to hold for 5, 4. Slowly release through your mouth. Push the remaining air through your nostrils. Notice how you feel. Release. Notice how you feel light as you inhale deeply one more time. Slowly release. I would love for you to close your eyes and imagine everything that was in your sight. I want you to see it with your mind's eye. Disappear one by one. The device that was in front of you, the table, the walls, the people, their environment, all disappears until you're in this space of nothingness. Remember to breathe. As you're in this space of nothingness, you feel the cool breeze running through the hairs on your skin, your neck, your arms, face. and you know that you are protected, you are safe. As you are looking off in the distance inside of this white space, you notice something. What is that you notice? You notice the door. That is the portal to which you're getting ready to walk through. As you walk through this door, what's on the other side is everything you can imagine. What is it that you imagine? Do you imagine the dream house, the dream destination? Maybe you're flying through the sky. What is it? I want you to see it. It's vivid. I want you to feel it. If you're outside, I want you to feel the wind. I want you to hear the birds chirping. I want you to hear the wave crashing into the rocks. Breathe. The life that you want to create already exists. Or are you the person that deserves the experience? The amount of money that you want to collect is already existing. But have you become the person to get the experience? All of the strategies in the world, but it's still going to come down to you and your personal development. Who are you being? And as you are in this dream space, you notice something. There is no higher self coming to you this time. There's not a lower self coming to you this time. This is just you at your highest state already, experiencing everything that you want. What is that experience like? Can you feel it? Who are you? Breathe. As you're having this experience and seeing the type of lifestyle that you want, type of person that you are will now be revealed. As you start to encounter other individuals, strangers, people you don't know, how are they making you feel? Most importantly, how are you making them feel? As you meet these strangers, you don't know exactly what the relationship will be. Maybe it's the beginning of something special, or maybe it's nothing, but it's your choice. Breathe. See, people come into your life for a reason. Some people come in for a season. But it's up to you to provide the reason. You want that $1 million home, you want the $1 million lifestyle. What's the reason? Why do you want it? Who are you becoming? What is it helping you transform into? Do you get the money to love on the people? Or do you just love the money and misuse the people? Breathe. As you sit in silence with yourself, you're thinking of all the things and possibilities of who you can become. I want you to see yourself and see yourself where you want to be. Some of us are thinking about owning a business, but what if you can own a city? This exists in somebody's reality. See, we're worried about the day to day at the job, but what if you were the person that gave out jobs? You created jobs. This is somebody's reality. This could be yours. But are you giving yourself the same amount of energy that you give to others. So those strangers that you saw earlier, those strangers became your business partners. Those strangers became your mentors. Those strangers became a significant other. Those strangers shape your life. They support you, but ultimately you support you. How do you see yourself? Who do you see yourself being? Where do you see yourself living? Breathe. Possibilities are endless. As you are on this beach or on this space that you can see the water, see your reflection, I want you to think that there aren't any mirrors in nature, just reflections. So everything that you see in your life is just a reflection of who you are being, not about what you are having, but more so what you are doing and who you are becoming. As you are on this journey, you start to see all of these people populate around you and they're clapping and they're snapping. I mean, people you don't recognize, people you do recognize. And it's an amazing feeling because they're cheering your name, they're screaming your name because you did that. You may not be where you want to be, but you're right where you need to be because you're not where you used to be. You did that. And now you just need to keep doing it. Breathe. At this moment, everything starts to fade around you and you start to transform back into this space of nothingness. I invite you to breathe and just remember the possibilities of who you can be, who you are being at the moment. What are you seeing? Because how you see yourself matters the most. As you're in this space of nothingness, you feel safe, this quantum world where everything is created. I invite you and I encourage you to see everything start populating back into your reality, that desk that you saw in front of you, the walls, the room, the people, the devices. And I invite you all to open your eyes and come back to this call. If you need a moment, take a moment. Okay, so raise your virtual hand if you want to share your experience. We got a few minutes and then we're going to wrap up. If you do need to go from time constraints, please go. You're not held. I only really want to just hold the space for someone to share because it may be something that they want to share. That's all. If you do have to go, please go. But it may be somebody that wants to share. I see James on the screen. What's up, James?
Unmute King.
Um, no, um, picturing yourself where you imagine you'll be. It took me back to when I was actually viewing the houses and such. It remind me of the dream house that I had thought of so long ago. Now open up the door, go into the walkway. Crazy chandelier at the top. Two-way steps going that way. Go up to a balcony, go up to somebody's birthday. You look down at the person at the door. You enter big crazy kitchen with the island on the thing. You pull out the things inside of the island, mini coolers and stuff like that. Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it was something like that. That's wild. Pool in the back, like, and it was crazy. It was set up just like that, where it was like multiple houses and stuff like that too. because I always had this vision that when people came to visit, like family functions, I didn't want them to have to be spread out and worried about hotels and different things like that. I wanted family close, but still far enough to the point where, if you stay longer than 3 days, it's normally like, well, hey, look, we need some space. And I want them to have their own place where they could be while I was also inside of my own place. So that's crazy that it's like that. Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I pictured the big pool. I'm talking about like 12 car garage. Do I need 12 cars? No, but I'm thinking about when people come to visit. I don't want to have them, they don't have to rent a car. They can just pull up, boom, black truck get pulled in, pull out whenever they trying to get ready to go somewhere. But I wanted to have it where the house wasn't just big for me. It was big, crazy family functions. When I have like the kids and the wife and stuff like that, I want to be able to play hide and seek inside of the house and actually have to go find them. Not like, oh, okay, you're hiding in the cabinet again. Like, no, now we gotta actually be able to do these things. It's like, it was crazy being able to be back inside of that space where I can visually see the big picture, that actual vision. And that's crazy. You put that picture up on the screen because I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. It's kind of like what was up in my head. Yeah,
Mm.
that's wild.
Yeah, like, do, do we realize that people live like that? Like, I'm not even at that level. I've experienced that on a number of times and a number of levels, but I'm renting that. And like I mentioned to you all, that's what I'm going for. Because why can't we do it? There's somebody that owns your city. We are so consumed about owning an apartment or a house. There's somebody that owns the city. Are we thinking big or are we playing too small? That's why this is important. When we talk about this is not a me thing and we say this is a we thing, this is what we're talking about. That only happens with a connection of people. It doesn't happen by yourself. Best believe that that is not happening by yourself. You need other people. And that's why this environment is important, and this creative visualization, this is what it does for you. So you see how you got so excited about this, but this is why I keep telling you to do it, because this keeps you excited, but it expands the mind, because when you feel, you make it real. Great job, James. Everybody send some love in the chat if you haven't already. All right. Next person. And once again, please, you do not have to stay on. Don't think that you will be penalized or anything. I'm literally just holding a space for people who want to share from the guided meditation. That is it. If you have to go, please go. Who we have, Queen, on the screen?
King Stephen. Hey, hey.
Steve, what's up?
Hey guys, this is the first time I had an opportunity, Sean, to do this without any distractions around me. And it felt really good. Um, if I was to choose one word, validation. Everything that I've been dreaming about, working towards, achieving bit by bit was coming at me. And then some other things, something new and different, but really at the core of who I am, giving value. I'm most fulfilled when I'm adding value to other people. So I saw myself in front of a crowd. You'll get a kick out of this, receiving the 2 Comma Award that Russell Brunson gives out for people achieving $1 million in sales in their funnels. And my main business is online marketing, and I'm expanding into AI business optimization. And receiving that award, all I kept thinking about is all of the clients, customers, friends that I helped that allowed me to get to that point. So thank you, brother,
Mm,
for that opportunity, that experience.
absolutely. Everybody send some love in the chat. And yeah, so to have that experience is an amazing experience. And just like you said, I mean, everybody who you helped you get there. So
Exactly.
this is what I'm saying. Like when you visualize that that space where you got this big mansion, you got the car garage, but you got the pool. You never did it alone. There's people along your journey who helped you, and a lot of times it will be strangers. But the difference between a stranger and a friend is just you haven't met that person yet. So you have to get out there and meet people. You have to build and work together. So great job. Next person, send some love in the chat to Steven.
Thank
King
you.
Dolores.
Hello. All right. So I'm gonna have to be honest. I have a very impulsive brain. So as you're talking, it just kept going here, there, and everywhere, which I know is part of the process to slowing down. Um, so, based on our earlier conversation, I actually learned by doing this, I literally had to take a deep breath to stop myself from doing something else, to stay in the moment. And so I know for a fact that I need to work on impulse control
Right.
to get to that place where I could visualize and imagine and create my life without moving. So that's where
So
I'm at right now.
I love it because the way you do one thing is how you almost do everything. So therefore, there's other areas in your life where you do that, right? That's causing you to not be as successful as you want. But remember the last thing we were saying inside the guided meditation. You may not be where you want to be, but you're right where you need to be because you're not where you used to be. So
Hmm.
give yourself some grace, snap it up, clap it up for you because you did that, right? And now you just keep working on it. You keep expanding on it. So good job.
Thank
Everybody
you.
put some love in the chat.
Yes. We have King Roland.
How's it going?
Blessed and highly
Uh,
favored. What's up, Roland?
doing great. That was an amazing experience. It's to enter into that space. The opposition was great just now, and
Mm,
I was able to visualize um the scripture for you wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that comes in the form of distractions. And so when you try to elevate your mind and go to that space and be still, as you
What
mentioned,
time is it?
just being still, the opposition that I was just facing it was great. I mean, I was like Charlotte just said, there was so much of a pull for me to be distracted as opposed to me focusing and just being still and entering into that space. It was like this, so I was able to visualize just things trying to pull me away from that, like just trying to stop me from going to where my greatness was. And I've gone through this experience years ago, when I was like more in tune. And even now I'm doing meditation, I'm doing prayer, but I'm multitasking in the meditations. I'm
mm,
meditating, but I'm doing something else. I'm stretching. I'm as opposed to being still. And so just now, when I tried to be still and follow your guidance just now, I was able to visualize the different things that was trying to pull me away from that. Like, and so that rolls over into my studies and when I'm trying to focus on the lessons and I'm getting the information and then taking the information and trying to put it into practice, that warfare is there. That's what's really stopping me from transitioning from the education to application. And so that's where the divide is. And I was able to really see that just now of how that strong opposition is, as you said, the exercise in the mind, taking care of the mind is very critical. And I definitely need to stay still more and do these meditations because I see exactly we just hit we just hit the target right there
mm.
of where my greatest opposition and victory lies.
Look, I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting goosebumps because that's when you get the breakthrough like that, it changes everything in your life. Your biggest problem is not somebody else. It's your discipline, it's your battle within, it's the fight from the inside. When you conquer that fight, I'm telling you from experience, that is when your life changes and you will see the beauty in life. Until then, you might be the person that sees the world is just evil. The world is bad. The world is negative. Yeah, it's true, but the world is also powerful. The world is also beautiful. Which side are you on? So what you just said was so paramount. If anybody relates, put Yana in the chat. I see people saying, they could relate. This helps them out. This is deep. Uh, Roland, this was good. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we go?
No, that's it, man. I'm just staying in tune and focused.
Good, good. Absolutely. Everybody send some love in the chat. I'm proud of you, King. 100%.
All right, we have Queen Kana.
Hello, hello,
What's
Grand
up?
Rising family. Okay, so thank you once again. Always a pleasure, crew. Um, I'm going to talk a little bit about the things that I've seen, but most importantly, it was the feelings that I was getting as I was seeing it. So when I first went through the door, it was just a vast meadow. But then I flew to this open beach, and it was a feeling of peace. It felt like home, no worries at all. And when I got to the beach, I found that I was there to host for other people. The people started rolling in, and we had a bonfire and stuff. But the feeling that it brought was joy for me. So I went from a peaceful place to a joyful place where I was with other people. It wasn't just me anymore. Um, and then as I integrated with everybody, there was just like this heaviness that lifted off of me. Um, so the main thing that I got from it is that I brought back the peace with me. But listening to everybody else share, it motivated me to share a breakthrough that I had last night because I often wake up, early in the morning and I can't go back to sleep. And I found that it's usually because there's a download coming and I need to calm down, quiet down and just give myself the time and the space for that download. So last night, the download that I was getting is, a lot of us struggle with, we see it, but it seems so far away. We go and we talk to our higher selves, but then when we come out of that space, it seems like a place that we can't get to again. So the download that I was getting is that we are that highest level of frequency. So when we really integrate into that and really fully embody that, it is easier to realize that when we're operating from this higher space, we don't have to fear these lower entities, these lower vibrations, because when you're operating from a high frequency, they can't fly where you're flying. They can't get to where you're going. So they have no power over you. They have no control over you. Um, so yeah, that's all I wanted to share.
Absolutely. That was deep. And I want everyone to get this point, just in case it went over the head. The frequency, like the way that you are feeling inside, is what's making it real to you. So please be cautious of how you feel and how you're making yourself feel because it's literally your feeling. It's not somebody else. Somebody else can't make you feel this way. They could say things, and depending on how you react, is what you feel, but it's up to us. So just, if you want to grab your life and take control of your life, take control of your emotions and your feelings. Everybody send some love in the chat. Great job, Kana. Great job. Um, we do have to close up. I do want to be respectful of your time. I know I see one more hand. Please, no more hands after that. But let's make this one short. Let's make this one short.
All right, King Artis, go ahead, unmute, King.
Artis,
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
what's
Hey,
going
hey.
on? What's going on?
Well, the meditation gave me energy. Cause that's be truthfully, being honest, I was late to class, but I'm here now. But because I was working on some classwork and things of that nature, and but it gave me energy. It made me think about this vision board. I need to do another vision board. That's how I got my first cell phone on my own. That's how I got a lot of. That's how I got my first computer and different things on my own because I had a vision board. You know, so what you what you hold here, you can have here. What you visualize, you realize, and so that brought a lot of different type of visions to me, and I'm keeping it short. Thank you for the short 30 seconds.
Oh, I appreciate you too. Great job. Like you said, when you got it here in your mind, you can have it here in your hand, but that's up to you. Like the work is what's keeping it from showing up, right? Or the work is what has it show up to you. So don't forget, everybody put work in the chat. Send some love to Artiste. Great job, Kate. All right, so we're getting ready to close up. I just want to let you know, um, I don't have to know your history to understand your energy. Everybody here is amazing, and when you step into that mailbox millionaire lifestyle, it's about becoming the person that earns the right to have the experience. Like the money is already here, the money exists, all of this stuff exists. Don't let anybody stop you from being on your vision and being on that journey, but just have joy during the journey. Have joy with the vision. See yourself living in a great life because I promise you all, once it's done, it's done. Once it's done, it's done. We have this one life. We don't know what's happening after this. We don't know. So while you're here, you maximize what you have here. You be abundant here. You have heaven on earth here. You have Christ-like mentality here. Here. Right here, right now. So when you think about the word here, also listen. Listen to what I'm saying. There's bars right here. Here. What are you listening to? Are you open? Are you hearing the message? Are you seeing the frequencies? Are you dwelled into what it is that you want to create for your life? Or are you just playing around with your potential? All right, so do the work. Y'all know what time it is. Have everybody come off of mute. Snap it up, clap it up. It is Friday, but don't fold today. You still got some work to do. Do your work. Okay? Let's go with a
Right.
bang. Everybody come off of mute. Snap it up,
Let's
clap it
go.
up.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Oh,
up today, everybody.
Let's
it's
get it.
Friday.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Don't
Let's
fold
go,
Make
today.
Friday.
Y'all
it.
know we
Appreciate
go.
y'all.
Getting that work done. Boom,
Yes.
boom. We got
Y'all
things.
have a
We got
fabulous
things to do. We
Yes,
got
thank
things
you.
to
Thank
do.
you.
Let's
Thank
get
you.
it.
Thank
Doing
you.
state.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna close this week out.
GA.
Some more
Hey,
wins,
y'all.
Doing
King.
state.
Let's go. Let's
We
go.
got
GA.
Biggest takeaways in the Telegram group. Let other people hear it. Maybe they didn't get to see. The class will put your biggest takeaways in the Telegram group. I'll see y'all later. Peace, love, and beautiful energy. Let's go.